From the heart of Chicago's South Side and a place the world knew as O Block, a movement was born. A movement fueled by raw lyrics, real stories, and the undeniable hunger to escape the cycle of struggle. Before the world knew it as the home of drill music, it was simply Parkway Gardens, a battleground where survival wasn't promised but ambition was everything. Prince Dre was there from the very start. Side by side with Chief Keef, King Von, he helped shape the sound that put an entire neighborhood on the map. The beats echoed through the walls of Parkway Gardens, and for a moment, music felt like the only way out. But success comes with a cost. And for Dre, the journey wasn't just about making it, it was about a transformation. It's just JJ, and this is The Winner's Culture, and today we're here with Prince Dre.
Voice of the hopeless, control the game like the coaches. Stay dropping gems with the winners culture, you know this. Never coasting, always elevating, staying focused. When it's all said and done, we the winners culture, yeah. We the winners culture. It's all said and done.
Yo, it's Prince Dre. I'm right here on Winner's Culture Podcast. And the story that defines me is, shit, I'm the Prince Old Block, Prince of Drill, for foremost. When I was young, what made me who I am was losing my best friend at 12. It made me pop in the streets, even though I was born into a gangster household and was guided to be righteous. But to be myself, then over time I grew from the trauma and, the life. And it made me realize I gotta give back to help the shawties go a different route, just like how I figured it out.
It's just JJ, and this is The Winner's Culture, and today we're here with Prince Dre. What's going on, bro? How you feeling? Yeah, man, I'm glad you made it to Philly. Yeah, so what's going on, bro? Like, you in Philly? I done seen you here a lot of times. I seen you with Skrilla. I done seen you with Sheed. I seen you with Baby Quad. Like, what got you coming to the city?
See, my brother from New Orleans, he used to be telling me to come here, cause around this time it was like, this was like when Leaf was going up. Yeah. Then I had came with Navy SEAL, PNB Rock best friend. Yeah. That's my brother right there. He incarcerated though, and I've been with him. I was out here for like 6-7 years. 7 years? You been coming to Philly for 7 years? Like 6. Let me see. It was like I came here with Von. He was doing shows.
Okay.
But then like me really being here like 5 years, cause Von been there for like 5 years.
Damn. So how you feel about like Philly and Chicago, like? And New Orleans, because I know you stay down there too. Like how you feel about the different cities?
See that New Orleans, that's my Philly, New Orleans, like both my second homes.
Word.
Yeah.
What's the similarities between them, like, or are they different? Like how you feel like
they different. They all different. It's just we all. I'm gonna say culture wise we different.
Okay.
But we all live the same life.
Yeah.
It ain't really nothing different but how y'all talk. Or somebody can move fast or somebody can move slow. That's it.
Okay.
But we all the same.
So like me growing up in high school, I know for sure that y'all had a heavy influence on like everything that we had going on. Like when Keith came out, like that changed everything. Like they turned everything up. Like what was it like for y'all, like or for you at that time? Like did you feel the strength of that influence?
See, at the time we really ain't know how like what was going on until we really just got to moving around.
Word.
Like we ain't know that people was watching us, and basically we helped fucked up the world for real.
And when you say that, what you mean? Like influence wise, like good or bad?
Like the violence. It's been violence way before our time, but like them seeing us on the internet, we made like to be I want to say killer, but to be savage.
Of
was cool.
Yeah, for sure.
That shit ain't cool though.
Ooh, you know the crazy part about it is the same dreads that you got, like in Philly, that didn't used to be a thing like that. Like nigga,
It's great. We got it from like Flock of Wayne.
Oh, okay. It's crazy to hear like where y'all got it from, because I know for sure we got it from y'all. Like before niggas had the Caesar, the low cut, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was. And then y'all started coming on the scene and everybody had dreads. Now all of a sudden everybody in Philly got dreads. Like
I feel like it was just like the what it is, the domino effect.
for sure.
We just made looking dusty.
You mean look at Dusty Cool? That's
Cool.
what you
We made it look cool. We made it look like a savage. It's cool.
He said we made it look at Dusty Cool. Damn, that's crazy.
I
That changed
look
my
back,
whole. We thought it was fly. Like that changed my whole viewpoint on the whole
did
joint.
too, but I look back, I'm damn, we was dirty as hell.
Yo, that makes so much sense though, because the reality of the situation was that y'all was rapping about the trenches. Like it was what it was.
We were just doing it.
Yeah,
We never knew the effect it was doing. I ain't know until I started moving around.
yeah.
And I started moving around probably like 2013. I was coming this way. I just ain't never come to Philly. I was in like Atlantic City, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Shit like that. They run up on me. I'm damn.
Yeah.
They was like,
They was
I
running
feel
up on you like you talking about like fans?
Yeah, I was feeling like Michael Jackson or something.
Nigga, you was. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like y'all was really them. The influence that the drill music and that y'all culture had on the world. When you came here, did you feel like you seen it? Like you seen like I did that, or like we did that, or like, you feel what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, y'all just
I be having conversations with Manny 215, and I be like, scared like, man, we fucked this bitch up. We did this.
we did.
it.
Yo, damn. So y'all,
if you listen to everybody that coming, they all look up to us.
Yeah.
No matter who. Young boy, he say he look up to Keith.
Mm-hmm.
That's us.
Mm-hmm.
Cause Keith rapping us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rapping us. So every rapper that's coming right now look up to us.
Real rap. How do that feel, knowing that like when y'all was doing it, I'm sure it was no way to know, you know, how impactful you was going to be. It was no way to know like everybody was going to be vibing with the music like that. Cause like it's anytime something new, it's always got to be a certain little phase of like, is this hot or not? Or like, is this like people going to like this? You know, all of a sudden the world love it. Like, how did that feel for y'all?
See, I ain't gonna lie, when Keith came out with like 300, I'm like, yeah, they like this shit.
Did you know you had it too? Like if Keith could do that, like I got it too then?
See, I was rapping, but once I dropped my first song, I probably got like a couple thousand the first day. I'm like, yeah.
Couple thousand views
First day.
on the first day on your first song?
Yeah.
Like the first joint you
Like
ever?
the first song got dropped on YouTube.
What? How
I just did that playing.
All right, so like we got sections to get to, but I gotta get into this a little bit more. Like this is really so like, did y'all know y'all was hot in Chicago like that? Like did y'all already have a buzz locally?
Yeah, like our block was already. Like we was one of the blocks. We have a party. All the hoods coming, like Dirk block, Rondo number 9 no block. Trying to think like people y'all know, like I don't know, everybody block was coming to our block when we have a party, cause we in the projects. We'll have like a known DJ come have house parties. Them bitches busting.
So this before the music take off and all that.
Yeah.
Y'all just throwing parties and everybody sliding. So that's how y'all started to build a buzz off that.
And we was like, all the projects was gone, but you know we in public housing, so we like a project.
Yeah,
Same thing, but we like one of the last projects. But for what we is, you know, we're a gang city.
Mm-hmm.
It go off gangs, but it don't. It just go off blocks.
It don't go off gangs no more in Chicago?
Nah, they don't give no fuck about no gangs no more.
Damn, Philly on the same thing. Y'all started learning from us. Yo, that's what changed though, because I know that gang culture like heavily ingrained in like that's generational. You feel what I'm saying? You born into certain things. So how did y'all shake that stigma?
I guess when niggas started dying, for instance, for us, we wasn't O Block. We was called the Wick Parkway. But when OD died, that's when we named the O Block. Or for instance, Herb, no, they wasn't Fazoland. They named it after that when they died. So
Okay, I see what.
everybody just started sticking to where they at instead of gang banging.
Yeah, okay. I seen in an interview you said you was there when OD died. Like you was like physically like present. Yo, like what can you take me through what that was like? Cause like that event changed the world. Like
See, before that it was already like normal. Like somebody come through shooting. That shit was it's not normal, but that shit was normal.
it was normal that somebody come through shooting. Like
But
your section up specifically.
Seeing like damn, that's one of the ones over there. That shit turned everybody up, cause he was turned, so it just made everybody turn. Then I don't know, it was just a effect to you gotta turn up, cause if you don't, you gonna die. It's kill or be killed.
So did you feel like when it happened, it was something that the world was going to know about or care about, or did you think like it just was local?
We didn't know that the world was really
Tuned in like that.
At the time, that's when like Instagram. You know, we had like MySpace tag everybody. Yeah. But at this time, it's when Instagram first coming out. People not knowing that is recording everything. That I'm saying, like they like police
everything that
paying attention. Nobody thinking like that. We know like the feds because they tapping and because they was doing that, but with the internet, nobody was thinking like that.
Damn. So y'all didn't even realize like this domino effect on like basically him dying turned a whole bunch of hoods up. You feel what I'm saying? Like it changed the mentality of what it meant to be, like you said, a savage, or what it meant to be a gangster. Like all at one moment. Like
then that's when Keith blew up. So man, me now, I look at death like everything happened for a reason. At them times, I wasn't thinking like that. So I feel like if that didn't happen, none of this would be how it was. If Tuka ain't get killed, none of this should be how it was.
Right.
If he ain't get killed, I feel like everything happened for a reason. If it wasn't for him dying, none of us would be in. You wouldn't know of me. You wouldn't know of King Von. You wouldn't know of Chief Keef.
Right. So let me ask you this, right? At the same period in time, how you feel about DJ Academics? Because like the way that he was reporting on Chicago,
he was a big ass part of it too. Because he was like I ain't gonna lie, I ain't like Academics. I hated him.
Me neither.
He was like an instigator.
Right.
So he was a big ass part of the reason why a lot of niggas dead and in jail.
That's what it felt like, because like from Philly, it didn't feel like we don't got y'all news, like y'all local news. So where you going? You know how everybody say you going? I'm gonna put you on the news. My news different from your news. You feel what I'm saying? So it's people dying here you not gonna know about. People dying there we not gonna know about. But somebody like Academics makes it so that like not only do we see y'all dying, we understand the narrative that is following what's going on.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Because at the time, people didn't know like, oh, Dirk is from here. Oh, L.A. Capone them from here. Right. Everybody thought we was all from the same neighborhood. Right. But really, we not. A lot of us don't know them. A lot of us don't know them. Wow. But to the world, it made it seem like all us was from diapers together.
Right.
But everybody don't know each other.
And it definitely felt like y'all was like one big community that was beefing, which made the beef kind of harder.
Yeah.
Well, easier to understand at the sense that, of course, it's going to be easier to get at the people that's down the street from you. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But like harder to understand in the sense that like, why is all these people from the same place like tearing each other down, basically?
Sure, and that's how it made it seem like, oh, they into it with them, but really they not into it with them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's still our family, but
Yeah.
the world didn't know that. It's just academics. I'm trying to see what word I can say. He like,
I felt like instigation was a great word.
yeah, he was instigated, but I'm saying like he was making it like the Grand Reaper, Reese. He just he the
yeah,
Grand
like
Reaper,
right. He giving them names and he like he creating whole storylines
He
around.
making this shit like a raw some type of movie or something.
Right.
Like,
Did y'all feel like that? Like at the point in which that started happening and it started being like names and narratives around, like, cause even you had your own, you had your own part to play in this movie. Like you was a main character for real, especially at the beginning. So it's like, did y'all start to feel like I'm a character in a movie, or I have to live up to this whole thing that's going on, like peer pressure, like you speak about in your book?
Yeah. Because people started living to what was pushed on them. I feel like, but for me though, I ain't gonna lie, I always been myself.
Okay.
You can ask any you want to know. I always was sticking and moving. You'll catch me somewhere by myself.
Where you feel like that came from inside of you, like the because it's definitely not easy, especially when you part of a certain clique, to not do what everybody else do. Because I'm sure your beef was their beef was your beef. You feel what I'm saying? So like, how did you develop the courage to move on your own?
I had guidance, like I'm saying, like Chicago, we a gangster city. We got like Al Capone, the Larry Hooves, and all them. Like my family was, and like they was a part of that shit. Like with the when Chicago was like structured, like when things was drugs and like game, when it was real life gang banging. So I was taught to my dad, he was incarcerated for murder, but he was always on me. You're like, nah, don't. But it just, I adapted because I was born into it.
So your folks was telling you like, stay out the streets, like don't get in all that.
He knew it. Just he was like, you straight. It's always move how you move. Don't be a follower. Okay. He knew I was going,
but he knew you was into what you was into.
Born into it. This my grandma, my mama, everybody. They was my granddaddies. They was like big people.
Right. So like,
that's the difference with me and a lot of people.
That you was born into it. Like you ain't really.
A lot of people got like certain people, but it's like for me, all my people.
It just was what it was. Okay. So for you, did you feel like that felt like a blessing or a curse or neither? It just was what it was.
I feel like it was a blessing.
Why you feel like it was a blessing?
Cause I'm right here.
Cause you here to tell the story. I feel what you're saying.
Sure.
Yeah.
And most of everybody I was around, they dead in jail, or they just coming home. They trying to find themselves. But most of my people gone.
So like, I heard you speak about how you went to school with like FBG or like 63rd or whatever like that. You was just that close with that situation, and you chose basically to stay there. Like you didn't like switch schools or nothing like that when everything happened.
Yeah.
What led to those decisions, and at that time was like that controversial, or like how did you once again develop the strength to make that type decision?
Man, I feel like that shit like jail, right? Like in jail, if you come in jail and you go to protective custody, they like you soft, you a coward. So for me, I'm like, man, I ain't leaving. I ain't running.
It is what it is.
It is
like,
what it is.
Be what it's gonna be.
But I still somebody that people respect it. They still do. No matter if they into it, a lot of people respect me still because I always just me.
Yeah. So like having personal relationships with both sides, you feel what I'm saying? Like going to school with, you know them like on a human level. A lot of times when we get fed the beef or whatever the situation, we don't know y'all personally. You feel what I'm saying? We feel like we know what y'all got going on, but we don't even really know what y'all got going on. How did it feel like knowing both sides on a real like human to human level? Like,
I don't know. I see now it's like a lot of people into it. They into it off the internet. Right. So they don't know nothing about these people.
Right.
They just doing it because they think it's cool. Mm-hmm. For us, every war that's going on back then, you know them. Yeah. I ain't the only one that like, boom, I went to school with them. That's a majority of all of us for real.
Oh, okay.
Like a lot of people from the same projects, but them projects got torn down, or them they cousins. So it's like most of us like that. That's that generation, but this new generation, like this generation, not like the Grand Theft Auto generation.
Why you call it the Grand Theft Auto generation?
Cause that's how they act. They feel like it's Grand Theft Auto.
They just acting like this is a game, like it's all a movie.
They think it's a game.
And I think that go back to what we were just talking about, how basically academics and them made it like a movie,
game,
like it's a game.
And
like
that's when Grand Theft Auto came out too,
right
around that time.
I feel like they really was counting, like trying to basically give y'all rank based on whatever, like you feel what I'm saying? Like it's a game, like you leveling up, or you feel what I'm saying?
Now it make people think like they make it cool for this generation, but like I gotta be knowner than him. I gotta be more savage than him. I gotta catch more than him. But really, for us, that shit was, like I said, we come from gangster city. Even like in Philly, New Orleans, all them some gangster places, and nobody was doing that around that time like us. We was still doing it because we just off gang culture.
Right.
But now, right now, it's like, I'm gonna say Lil Jeff, for instance. All these generations want to be like Lil Jeff. Mm-hmm. Me personally, I seen Lil Jeff grow up. Lil Jeff ain't want to be like that. It's just his situation of losing made him go the route he went. Shawty was raw as shit in basketball. He
was nice.
Like he was one of the ones playing Grand Theft Auto. I'm at his crib. Me, Boss Top, JB Bin Laden.
Wow. So like, what you feel like? I guess like you said, the circumstances is what turns people up. Yeah, but like, what you feel like people don't know about like who y'all are as people? You feel what I'm saying? Like they know y'all, like we know y'all like character, y'all image and all that, but we don't know the Lil Jeff that's playing the game, hooping and all that.
The characters, they think we just super savage. Really, niggas got good hearts. Niggas care about their family. Like for instance with Vaughn, they make him seem like a super demon. Really, he wasn't a demon though. He just loves the people he was around. It's shit they don't talk about. Like he paid for niggas to go to school. He paid for people mama's funerals, all type of shit that's like good. He owned trucks. He did like a lot of good ass shit. Yeah. But on the internet, just he this, he that. This just how he think. This how he think. Really, he ain't think like that. That man was really like, I don't want to say bro was soft.
He had a good heart.
He had a good heart. He wasn't how they, people would do that, but it's just for the love of their people. That's why.
Yeah. How do it like, as somebody that's on the inside, how do it make y'all feel to like that people only care about the death or only care about the evil side of things. Like don't like it almost seemed like it ain't even no pictures of y'all smiling for real. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's always the evil, the demon, that type image being portrayed. Like how did that make y'all feel like in it? You feel what I'm saying?
Like rephrase it for me one time. Like,
I'm saying like how do it make you feel that like people like academics or people like when you go on interviews for people only want to hear about
bad shit.
Yeah,
they just want to hear negative.
They only want to hear it, but like I'm sure that got to affect you as a person to know that like why you only care about
I ain't gonna lie, I hate it because it knocked me to be something bigger. I know I can be because they always gonna bring back my past. I always put what was around all the bad shit. Really, I'm trying to. As humans, we all gotta grow. We all trying to grow. Everybody ain't trying to remain the same.
Yeah. And I think another part of it too is that like you speak about in your book, due to a lot of different situations, like the way that public housing is set up, the way that the drugs and guns was introduced into our community, the way that it creates a certain person from the rip. So automatically you got to escape that first version of yourself before you even got a shot at life. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like seeing the way, especially you, when Mandy came to me and told me about your story and everything that you was going through and trying to be, like it was motivational and inspirational to me. And I felt like we all need to hear this because a lot of us don't get past that point. You feel what I'm saying? That initial starting point where, you know, we trap damn near.
The environment trap.
Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
That's all it is, an environment trap. And I feel like a lot of people, they made us scared to be different. Yeah. Or want to be themselves. Yeah. But that's just how it's set up though. So a lot of times you can't even blame like us. See, me, I blame it on, you know, the 3 letters and the government. They set it up like this to make us stuck.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. So like, how are y'all as people? As you know, we know y'all from Old Block and things like that. I feel like we see the image or whatever the media want to portray, but like just as a human, like what y'all like? Like what's the experience like in Old Block?
Like, I want to say like we regular. Like we go through the same stuff everybody go through. Hurt, bills. Right. Like for real, but in Old Block we a family though. Like that's why you see people go hard, like claiming these blocks, cause that's their family. That's crazy. I seen a video the other day of Shorty get killed, but that was his block, and they killed him though. That shit was crazy to me.
So he got killed by his own block. His own block killed him. Yeah. Damn.
That's what they say. I don't know, but they said that was his own people that killed him. They say he got backdoored. But for us, we like a lot of us family. Like it's probably like 10 families in here. 10. There's a 10 family. There's 10 families. It's a lot of people family in there, and we just stick together.
Yeah. So like, what you think? What's the biggest like misconception or biggest lie that you feel like people have about Old Block?
They just think we straight killers.
That's it. Like that's the only. That's all y'all care about. That's all y'all.
That's all they care about. They some killers. They some. I feel like they think that with a lot of people in Chicago. They think Chicago is just straight killers. We the same as everybody else. We just got a different lingo. A lot of these niggas bitches.
Straight like that. But that's like everywhere that. Though. You feel what I'm saying? And that's another thing, like just about the streets, or you know, just how you talk about in the book how it's like not real, how the streets don't love you. Basically, is the concept that everybody not cut. Everybody don't got the heart to tell on the, you know, once you get in that jam, you telling because that's who you was. That's who you is at the end of the day. Or once you like up against some real stuff, you react in a way that a gangster shouldn't react like, because you not supposed to be a gangster. Like, you see what I'm saying?
But if you had the heart to be like, man, this ain't what I'm on, you wouldn't even been in a situation to tell.
Right.
And I feel like everybody just follows. Nobody want to see, for instance, with me, I'd probably be the only nigga, fuck it, in all the trenches in Philly, Chicago, New Orleans, whatever, Atlanta. I'm the only person that go places by myself. Hold on, you don't see an old black person with me.
Right, we're all right. I mean,
everybody else got to go with at least 20 niggas.
Right.
Because a lot of niggas scared.
Right.
People was really scared.
Right. No, I definitely agree. And I feel like that lead us right into this the next section. The next section of this is called Fact or Cat, right? I'm going to ask you some like mindset questions, and you tell me whether you believe it's a fact or if it's cat. You feel what I'm saying? The first question is, fact or cat, the biggest obstacle is fear, not failure.
The biggest
obstacle, like the biggest thing in your way is fear, not failure.
You said cap.
Yeah, you think that's true? Or
I
you
think that's true.
You think that's true?
Because fear leads to failure. If you're
Damn.
scared, you're gonna fail.
That's real rap. That's real rap. We gotta make sure we clip that part. That's real rap. If you scared from the rip, you going to fail. Like you gotta be confident. And that's one thing. It seemed like you is. Like I always see you smiling. Like I always see you feel what I'm saying, walk into the room with your head up. You like where do your confidence come from?
For real, I ain't scared of nothing. I feel like, nigga, you can die just like me. Or we can make it out.
Right. Or we could go the other way, right?
We can go the other way.
Right.
I'm not scared. Only thing I'm scared of is God, Allah. What can happen?
That's where you feel like your confidence come from, the fact that you feel like you seen it all. That's why you feel like that, or you feel like that's just who you is. Like
I feel like that's just who I am. Like a lot people used to think I used to be shy. I just used to be quiet, just watching things. I never was shy. I'm just quiet, and I just pay attention to people. I'm more spiritual. Like I just be reading stuff. Like it's just how I am. Like I just know people not like that. Just people just put on because they fear. They fear if they say they not like that, people gonna judge them and say you a bitch, you this and that. But really, if you say, man, I ain't known that, I feel like you a hero.
Damn, that's a good, because it take courage. You feel what I'm saying? Like it probably take more courage than it do to just go along with whatever the situation is. Now you in a bad situation because you ain't say no. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel like that's what's going on with everybody.
Real right. All right, next joint, right? Fact or cat, the only way to make it out is to leave some people behind.
I feel like the only way to make it out is to, because they say different strokes for different folks. For me, I made it. I feel like I made it out. I'm just saying at the wealth part. But for me making it out, I had to leave to be able to pay attention. Like I've been, like I said before in another interview, I knew I had to leave because I'd be dead in jail if I stayed, or my mind wasn't open. But for instance, like boom, my brother Vaughn. If I feel like if he would have left people behind, not leave, because we always gonna come back and get and always come uplift. that's my mission to get what I need to get to come back and help them change. But for bro, we all taught to never leave. Never don't leave your niggas, or they gonna turn on you. But that shit ain't true though, because if you stay with these people who like brain not where you need to be, you gonna still think like them, still do stuff like them when you trying to grow. So it's gonna pull you back. But if you go and get where you need to go and you get to that goal and then you come back, you gonna train them to be just like you.
Right. You can't get nobody else out. You can't bring nobody to a better situation if you're not in a better situation. You feel what I'm saying? Why you feel like more people like more people don't leave, like don't even, because in Philly, the truth of the matter is a lot of people don't even leave their hoods. Like
that because us. I'm gonna say us as a whole, not. I'm gonna say us as a whole. Fuck it. We say if you leave, you ain't right. If you leave your niggas, you ain't right. But really, they should have said you need to leave and get in position, then come back.
Right.
But they say if you leave, you ain't right. That's what they put in our brain. If you leave your niggas, you ain't right. But I feel like that was the dumbest shit they'd tell us.
Right. Why you feel like a lot of people in the hood is lacking that maturity? You feel what I'm saying? Like where somebody realistically gotta go. But in other situations, you know, white people, they might be able to click up and get out together. Whereas in our situation, it might be one person that has the mentality to make it out and then got to bring it back. Like, where do you think we fall short at as a community in helping each other get out?
Because they took the guidance away.
They took the guidance away.
They made, me and Manny was talking about this. It was some shit out here. They made the men soft. So, but that just how it's made. They took the men from the projects. That's in my book. They took the men from the projects to put everything on this woman that's, you know, emotional, but really women really strong. They made boys have to just be with their mama. So all they seen their mama change their tampon, going through bills. Women got emotions. They cry. They do stuff like that. But with men, they soft as shit. We all soft as shit. We emotional.
Right.
We just hide it and not cry.
Right.
Because they made us not cry. When you don't even like, man, stop that crying. Ooh, right. But really they should have been like, let it out. Explain it to me. But they made us hold that shit back. So that shit fuck us up.
Yeah.
To not even to make, I don't know.
Do you feel like specifically in your situation in Old Block and Parkway Gardens, what do you feel like was the emotional intelligence of the people around you? Like, do you feel like people had like understood their emotions, or y'all didn't have a good understanding of y'all emotions?
I feel like a lot of people don't understand that shit. Not even grown people. Just like the maturity part. I know a lot of parents that's not mature than they kids. Yeah. Man, I know it. Man, I see that shit
all the time. No, it's really like that though. I see that. I see that a lot, and it reminds me that like maturity don't come with age. Like it come with intention. And
you gotta want it to grow. You gotta want to change.
Yeah, and that's what I see. Like when I read your book, when I hear your story, when I even know about the fact that you you was right there. Like you was right there with everywhere where it was happening in this global, however you look at it, it was a movement. You feel what I'm saying? In this global movement, really based in violence, and you decided that you wanted to go on a campaign and say like that's not the way. Like I know what y'all think and all that, but I'm coming to tell y'all that's not it. You feel what I'm saying? What do you feel like led to your growth as a person?
Leaving, traveling. See me, I've been to all the murder cops when they was murder cops, and I just see the same shit. Even like I talked to my brother Wayne P from New Orleans. He got a book called Environment Trap, and this shit we talk about like how we just stuck in this environment trap, and you have to want to get out the environment trap. Or niggas like me, because these older people that's 30-something, 40-something, for instance, they scared to come help Shawty them. So I feel like, yeah, it gotta be like us right now to come, cause we still who they look up to.
Yeah. Why you think that is though? Why you think that I'm sure that you seen the video, the Philly video, the No Gun Zone video.
Yeah, seen that
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why do you think that? For those of y'all who don't know, at the E yesterday, there was multiple fights in different locations, and the adults didn't step in to break up the fights. Like, why do you think it feels like the older generation is scared of the younger generation?
Cause me and my dog Manny 215, man, they gotta get up on Manny 215. He to me, he like the next Malcolm or something. He gonna be like, man, don't say that, but yeah, man, he raw.
Shout out to Manny 215.
For sure, these niggas scared to get shot.
Simple as that. They think but if you just test it and be like, nah, shawty, fuck that shit. Shawty probably listen to you. But they feel like if they do that, he gon' brr. But how you know if you so believe in God and you, for instance, cause the Muslim brothers, how you know God didn't want you to do that and he gonna protect you? If you so true to this, why you don't use your faith and just put it in God's hand? If it's meant to die, it's meant to die. If it's not, it's not. At least you just die for a cause, just like Malcolm, just like them. They died for this shit for us to be right here. It just the government fucked us up again. Yeah, put us back down. No, that's powerful. Do you feel like it's easier for you to feel like that because you done dodged some bullets? Like you know that like when it's your time, it's your time. I feel like the more that you experience death in this life, whether it's like, especially when it's somebody close to you, and it might be from gun violence, it might be from a heart attack. You never know how somebody gonna go. The more that you have those experiences, you start to feel like whenever it's my time, it's my time. You feel like that's why you
see. That's part one book. My part two book, I ain't gonna say the title right now, but that's what I'm coming for, and I feel like I'm here for a reason, cause I dodged death too many times. But I know it was God, but it gotta be something for him to still have me right here.
Yeah, for sure.
Cause each one of them big deaths that made the world fucked up, the ODs, the all that, I was with them, the LA Capones, all that. I was around all that shit. And for me to still be here to be one of the ones that was in that shit, it's for a purpose.
Was you also there when Von died?
Yeah, I was there.
Like in the same vicinity?
I was in the same vicinity. I just wasn't
right there. Damn, that's crazy. Do you feel like, or not? Do you feel like, how have you learned to process death?
See, when I was 12, I lost my best friend. So I was losing so much. There was times nigga was losing 3 times a month. Cause it ain't I ain't just O Block. I was on TYMB. I was in Woodline. Woodline, that's I represent Woodline, the whole Woodline. I was on 79th where Herb and them from. I got family all through there. I was over there. I was on 71st. I know people a lot of places. Right. So all that shit affected when somebody died because I was around that shit. So death just got numb to me. Then, my grandma knew so spiritual, so they taught me young, like, you straight. So
you just learned to accept it like a part of life.
I just got to accept it. It's meant for a reason.
I feel that. I feel like one of the hard parts, just like we was talking about emotions and all that, one of the hard parts for a lot of us is not knowing how to, and it's the guidance too, like just saying that you had somebody on a spiritual tip to say, this is how you process this feeling. A lot of people don't have that, and a lot of people don't seek that. If I'm not mistaken, you took your shahada recently?
Yeah, recently.
Recently? How recently?
December 28th.
Congratulations. What like sent you on that journey?
For real? Malcolm X and Philly.
You started hanging out with Manny.
Nah, this is just before.
Oh, that was before Manny. Okay.
I just seen Philly. You know, they call this the brotherly love city.
Yeah.
And me looking, I'm like, damn, I like how they is. But I was big on Malcolm X before. Then my brother from New Orleans, he was a Muslim. He died. He dead though. And I was supposed to been convert like 9 years ago, way before this shit became a trend. Cause it's like a trend now. Mm-hmm. I was been studying. I was been doing Ramadan. I was been doing it. Mm-hmm. But last year, when I went to go to Malcolm X grave site, I took my shit the same day.
That's fire. No, I really gotta say this though. I can really tell in you and the type of person, the type of heart that you have, that you really got that a revolutionary mentality, like a mentality that says that like I understand the situation, but I also understand that there's a solution to the situation. Like we not stuck in this trap, and that's what I read when I'm reading your book. The understanding of the fact that you even took the time to understand the roots and the history before you even got into like the streets is effing you up. Like the streets is going to do you wrong, but I understand why you think like that. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm big on history. That's the only thing I can watch is documentaries. I'm big on Malcolm. I'm big on the mob. I'm big on like people that did stuff. Mm-hmm. So I guess that's what shaped me too. Though.
Yeah, I can tell.
That's all I care about. Yeah. I don't be caring about shit that's fake.
He said I want to know what's really real. You feel what I'm saying? Which is, I feel like a crazy contradiction from like the fact that the world is interested in putting out everything that's fake. You feel what I'm saying? Like all these little narratives and all that. Y'all can say what y'all want. At the end of the day, it's fake. Like it's not. It's not real. Like it just can't be. Like reality can't only be violence. Like it can't only be that we this type people.
Hey,
like,
damn, I seen something on. It was like if you go to your emojis, it was like the dog bigger than the car. Mm-hmm. That's how fake it is. Oh, damn, and shit like that. Damn, what the fuck?
That's real rap though. Like real, on purpose, they try to make it out to be like something that it's not, and like. You even taking this stance to say that, like, you know, walk away from the situation, like, do something different in your situation. Like, I started drill, but drill not the way, like, you feel what I'm saying? That's all revolutionary mentalities.
No, for sure.
But yeah,
I did it. They say stop talking this social media shit. I mean, stop taking this social media shit so serious. Look, the duck bigger than the car. None of this shit real. Oh, damn. Right
at the end, you gotta send this to me. I'm gonna put it on the clip of this joint. But yeah, to get into the book a little more, like specifically the book, I want to talk about that before while we going. I'm gonna just start out by reading the titles of the chapters. Hold on, let me make sure I got all of them. So. Chapter 1 is called The Setup, Controlled by the Government. Chapter 2 is called Peer Pressure, Being Strong-Minded. Chapter 3, Facing Consequences. Every action has a consequence. Chapter 4, No Love Here. Never give your hearts to the streets. Chapter 5, Eyes Wide. To be aware is to be alive. Chapter 6, Always be you. Stay real to yourself. Chapter 7, Dealing with L's, Lessons, and Losses. Chapter 8, Frenemies, friends turn to enemies. Chapter 9, they'll cross you out. Snakes and rats. And chapter 10, make it out. The goal is to get out of the streets. I feel like just by like reading the chapters, like I went through and read this last night, and I ain't even gonna lie. First I was intrigued because Manny told me, check out my man Prince Dre and all that. So I was watching your interviews and all that. And I feel like sometimes in the interviews, it felt like, you ain't really have too much to say. Like it was just like you didn't have too much to say. Like you was answering the questions, but it wasn't like you was giving everything. So I'm like, what is this book about to be about? You feel what I'm saying? I'm curious. So then I get the book and I read it. So I'm big on like reading just in general, but also like I want to see how people is thinking, like what's really on your mind. And bro, I was really impressed by like the structure. Number one, like I was saying, the fact that you started this book off giving a root cause, a foundation for the state of the black community that a lot of us probably don't even know about. You feel what I'm saying? Like, introducing crack into the community, introducing guns into the community, the art and the psychology of peer pressure, like all of those things that play into why y'all decisions was y'all decisions. And then, through the book, you take people on a journey of the goal is making it out. In ways that you could not make it out is, putting yourself in a bad situation, consequences of your actions, or, getting some bad people around you. You feel what I'm saying? Or not staying true to yourself. You feel what I'm saying? So like, I really liked your thought process that went into the book. And I feel like it's real relatable to the people that'll be in a similar situation to you. But can you tell me about, what went into the chapters and why you chose to write a book in the first place?
I chose to write the book because I said that before too. Like nobody I grew up around wrote a book, so I just wanted to do something nobody that I knew did. But me doing the book, I'm like, man, I ain't finished school.
You ain't finished school? When you leave school? Sophomore in high school?
Yeah, high school. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm one of them niggas when they were like, y'all ain't gonna be shit. Cause people be saying they was told that. I don't think everybody was told that.
Teachers ain't tell you that?
Nah, teacher told me that.
They did tell you that?
They told us that.
Why they tell you? Why?
This around like when it was start busting before it was going up on the internet. Like right when the shit was kicking off. That shit was starting in the school, so they seen the route we was on. They like, you ain't gonna live. They was right though.
A lot of y'all didn't live.
But me, I had to prove them wrong. So then that was another reason why I wrote. I said I want to show that I ain't dumb. I want to show I ain't illiterate. I just really and plus I never agreed with the school system. I felt like it was set up to keep us to work under them.
Why'd you feel like that about? What was it about the school system that made you feel like that?
I don't know. I was hearing about jail because I ain't go to jail. I went to jail later on. And the way it was set up, I'm like, man, this shit feel like jail. Like the shit I'm seeing, I'm like, damn, we eating on trays. We getting it. Like everything, we in this classroom. We gotta follow these people rules. Even that don't even let you open up to embrace yourself because shut up in the class. Ooh, like this shit set up like jail. Even the school system. Man, guys, my grandma was been telling me, I don't want to go to school, but I was getting good grades though because
you was smart.
I was smart.
Smart, right?
I just didn't want to.
You
go
ain't
to
like
school
the structure of school.
I ain't like it.
Okay, so when you dropped out of school, when you decided to leave school, what led to that decision? Like, why you?
See, I dropped out. I remember it was on Halloween. It's right when Keith made my freshman year because he was a sophomore. So I went to school until Halloween. I dropped out. I was rapping. My shit was going because Keith was big. So everybody want to know who is Prince Dre, who is Boss Top. So everybody was following to us too. Then I went back to school. I had went to school. It was me, Rondo number 9, C-Day, Tay, L.A. Capone. It was a lot of us. We had,
all in school together?
We went to alternative school together. Molly from Herb always rap about Molly. All of us went to the same school and shit. I dropped back out because Dirt went on tour. And I had went on tour with
Dirt.
Yeah, so I ain't been to school since.
Okay. I feel like as a person in your position, that kind of makes sense a little bit. You had a record that went gold, right? Yeah. What was like?
That was later on in life.
That was later. That wasn't. That was the second run, right? That was like you
That's
came
like
out.
my second run.
Yeah.
Cause I didn't came in, came out.
That's why the record was called Back Again.
Back again.
Yeah,
So,
I see what you're saying. Even on that tip, like I feel like a lot of people would say that certain people, if you drop out of school, you stupid or you dumb or like a lot to keep it a being. They say that regardless, whether you got they said that about Kamala Harris and she got she was about to be the president of the United States.
but look though. They say that, right? I got a book.
Right. You feel me? You wrote a book though. And I feel like even when it comes to what y'all was saying in y'all verses, the ability to do you write your verses or you freestyle your verses?
I started all right, but I freestyle.
You freestyle? Yeah. So like a crazy thing is, right? When I was preparing to do this interview, I called one of my homies from Chicago, like just to see like what really be going on there and stuff like that. And he was like, "Oh, you interviewing Prince Dre? You gotta ask him about Back Again. Like the verse on Back Again, like in Chicago, your verse is the verse, like bigger than Divine verse, and Dirk verse. So like people saying you dumb and all that, but you made this crazy verse and all. Like how did that come about? Like how do you think about lyrics? How do you think about writing all of that?
See, how I rap about my day. So if I go in the studio, I'm gonna tell you like if I'm talking about something, like whatever, like our conversation now. If I go in the studio, I'm gonna talk about shit that we talked about or things that we did.
Yeah.
So at that time, that was the shit I was doing. Like I was, and then that's Dirk, that's Von. Von was turned.
Yeah.
I just was there to support.
Yeah.
Cause I really wasn't. I was still rapping, but I was like, my foot was like trapping.
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling me, man, you need to come get back.
Mm-hmm.
Dirk was going up. He did the song with Drake.
Mm-hmm.
He was going up.
Right.
So when Dirk getting that come on and shit.
So Dirk is the one who told you to come on?
He told me about like, come on, let's go make this song.
Okay.
And that just how it happened. And me, I'm like, man, I gotta smoke their ass because they turned.
That's what you thought? You thought you had to have the best verse.
That's what my brain before I even started recording. I gotta smoke their ass. Like this shit don't stop. So that's just how it came about.
So when the song was finished, like, what was y'all conversation amongst y'all? Like, was they like you had the best verse too?
See, Von, he changed his verse.
Oh, he changed it? So he heard?
Yeah, he was doing something, then he changed his shit, then he went in. So I guess that was him saying like, man, but he kept playing the song. Me personally, I thought that song was weak as hell.
You ain't like it?
Yeah, I
Damn,
like that shit.
That's crazy. That's a good, like, to me, I thought that was a good record.
I didn't like that shit, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Why you ain't like it?
I don't know.
Was that your first time rapping in a little minute? So you felt like?
No, I was still rapping, but that was like my first time, like, bro, no was turned. I ain't do no song, bro, no in a long ass time.
Okay.
So that was like, and at that time, like, man, I gotta smoke their ass. But I thought it was weak though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
How you feel when Chicago started feeling like you had the verse on there?
See, Phono, they was getting that, man. You went crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just, man, watch out. But when I seen it was a video of like the block, they was like word for word, they was turned. I said, damn, that bitch busting. Yeah. That's what made me like, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Cause that's all I used to do anyway. I just wanted my block to
like what you was doing.
Yeah.
No, that's fire. That's fire. So when it come to the writing, when did you start seeing yourself like I'm not just a rapper, I'm also a writer, like I'm an author. I can do more. You feel what I'm saying?
You said when I came to that.
When it came to like so like you already was rapping, you was making hot verses, right? But then you wrote a book. When did you start looking at yourself like an author, like somebody who writes books?
I was always telling my brother Wayne P, because he used to be sending me like poems and stuff, and I always we'd be like, man, I'm gonna write a book, and I was like, man, you need to write a book though, cause you raw as shit with the words. He was sending me poems and shit, so we just started together. It took me like a year to finish that book. Then we both finished out at the same time. We dropped it around the same time too.
So when it came to making the book, did somebody help you? Did you see guidance?
Yeah, my brother Wayne P.
Okay, he's the one that helped you.
Yeah, I wrote my shit. I structured my shit, but he was helping me, or he was sending me stuff on. We just was,
That's fire.
Yeah.
What's your favorite chapter out the book, or like if you wanted to tell somebody about the book, like why should they read the book?
Chapter 1, set up, controlled by the government.
Why this your favorite chapter?
Because I feel like if people understand why we're in the situation we is, I think they minds have changed.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even know why they into it, people. Yeah. They don't even know why they in the situation they in. A lot of people still got anger with their fathers because they feel like you left me. Really, your father didn't even leave. He just was put in that situation. And I was one of them too, because my daddy was there, but he wasn't there. And I was like, damn. Nigga, he really wasn't around. But then I'm like, oh, that's why.
How did you feel like when your dad wasn't there? How did that like make you feel? Like what effect did it have on you?
It really made me pop in the streets.
That's the guidance that you was talking about.
Yeah, then losing my best friend, I was 12. That shit just fucked me all the way up. I was like, I'm in this shit.
So in order to I feel like in order to write a book, you gotta start seeing the world different. Like you gotta kind of like take yourself out the situation and look at it and be like, yo, this is what affected me. Like not having the guidance from my dad, it affected me.
See, when I did start writing the book, I was out the country.
Where you was at?
In Turkey.
You was in Turkey?
Yeah.
You was on tour?
No, I was getting my teeth fixed.
Oh, you went there? Okay. So that's what did going to Turkey, did that help you like think about look at it from an outside perspective?
Yeah, because I'm like that moment when I went to Turkey, I felt like I made it because I was the first person from where I'm from to go out the country. I was the first person to have a passport from my side. That's fire. From my block, I was the first one to have a gun license. I was the first one to do a lot of shit.
That was fire.
And that made me think I made it. Not like the money. I'm like, damn, I'm different. Yeah. So now I gotta do something different.
No, that's fire. I seen another interview. You said you created for them.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true.
How that? Because I feel like everybody say that the whole how you know you started it.
How do I know?
Yeah, how you know you started it?
Go ask for them. They'll tell you. Cause they used to be like, what the fuck is you talking about?
And everybody just started saying it.
Then I ain't gonna lie, man. That's my dog. Herb. I seen my mixtapes. They gave him a cake. That bitch said "Phono." This was like in 2014 or some shit. So it made it look like he made that. But that because they was hearing it. I was around my mixtapes from the jump. So I don't know that. I don't know why they don't give my prop. People know.
Why they don't give you a credit?
people know I was saying that shit.
No, that's fine. I just learned about that when I was looking up for this joint and watching the interviews that you did at joint. But yeah, bro, I feel like this been a good joint. Before we get out of here,
Hold on. Foe is a gang in Chicago. They call the foes.
Oh, okay.
But you know, niggas be like on folks, you know. People saying like on the guys and shit like that. Me, I talk country, so I was saying on folks now, but it sounded like I was saying.
Sounded like you were saying that. Okay.
Phone now, what the fuck is phone now? So I just like on phone now.
That's really history though. Like you don't even understand. You've been a part of history like 5 times. Like
Nah, for sure, right now.
real right. That's another thing that probably that make me feel like you were saying, like kind of like a chosen person. Cause to be around that many times and like, first of all, just be there to witness it. And then also to like have an influential part to play in not only the lives of the people, but the moments that happen. Like that means something. Like if it was a history book on the hood, like, you would be in that joint, bro. Like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, I gotta be.
But yeah, so the last thing we do before we get out of here, we usually do this at the beginning, but the beginning was too good. So like the beginning was too good. It's just like some little icebreaker type games, right? So the first one is the best memory, funniest memory, and something people wouldn't know. So I'm gonna name 3 people, and then for one of them you give your best memory, another one your funniest memory, and then another one something that people wouldn't know about that person. All right. The first 3, Von, T-Roy, and Dirk.
Something people ain't know about Von was, like I said, like they ain't know he was giving back a lot. Like they ain't know he was really kind-hearted. Like he was a good person. People don't know that. Right. They just think he a demon. Yeah. Funny moment with T-Roy. Shit. Oh damn. Oh, we was in the we was on a motherfucking chase and shit, man. we was climbing the gate. Folks was little as shit, man. That was a funny moment. But we got up out of that though.
You made it out though?
Yeah, I'm here right here.
All right, your best your best memory with Dirk.
You know, doing shows. I ain't gonna lie, Dirk, he was one of the ones that came and got me. That was like to help embrace me to the world. Like, people don't know I was one of the first OTF artists.
I didn't know that neither.
Me, Boss Top, 5 Star, E-Day, like Rondo, LA. We was the first ones for real. A lot of people don't know. They think I came from back again with Von. Yeah. But I was there before Von. Me and Boss Top.
Damn, that's fire. All right, we're gonna do 3 more and then we're gonna go on to the next one. All right, so best memory, funniest memory, something people wouldn't know. Then it's Boss Top, Munna Ike, and Herb. Yeah.
I don't really got no memory with like Herb. Herb, I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Herb. We went on tour with Herb. With Von.
Tour together?
Yeah,
that's fire. That's crazy. So yeah, like when y'all was going on tour, y'all just brought the whole Chicago. Like y'all brought everybody that was.
Nah, Herb just he had added Von to the tour, and it was them and it was us. Okay. Yeah, and then let me see. You say
so funniest memory or something people wouldn't know with Munna Ike and Boss Top.
Alright, some people don't know Ike. Me and Ike birthday the same day. Funny shit with Boss Top. I don't know. Boss Top funny, know. That's my brother. We started this shit together, like, Keith. But when it comes to O Block, we was them first 2, like, if it was an O Block Mount Rushmore, you gotta have me at the top right there.
Damn.
And Von. Then after that, you can put I key turn.
That's thorough. All right. Last little joint. It's called the culture draft, right? Where you just going your top five drill artists ever.
Gotta throw Pac-Man for me, cause Pac-Man started drill. Throw Keith, cause Keith embraced it to the world, but his own sound of drill. Gotta throw me on that bitch. Gotta throw Von, cause Von brung it back. Cause at the point in time drill was dying down. Then I can't tie it up.
Go ahead, tie it up.
Dirk and Herb.
Okay. you realize you had to live.
Hold on. LA though. Damn. Dirk Herb, LA, top, man. Wait, let me get more.
You only got 5, bro. Like you only got 5. All right. Next joint. Who your top 5 R&B artists?
R. Kelly, Keith Sweat, Usher, Babyface, because he write a lot of shit.
Damn. That's a real culture list.
Damn, hold on, let me see. I say R. Kelly, Usher, Keith Sweat, Babyface. Damn, hold on, man. Who the film? I probably got to throw a girl up there, son. Damn. I'm gonna get that Avant. I like Avant.
Damn, I like Avant too. I ain't think you got like you was listening to music with your grandmama or something like.
I ain't gonna lie to this. I'm the type of nigga, I don't even listen to rap. I don't listen to none of these niggas because I listen to R&B.
That's what you listen to on the daily?
This is my shit.
That's just what you be on.
That's what I be on.
It clearly is though. You put Avant on the list, like that's it. You mean?
I like Lloyd too though, man. Lloyd got some damn, they got Joe, you got you said singers, you ain't say groups, cause I can do groups too.
No, that was a great R. Kelly. Like I didn't think he was gonna have it. I didn't think he was gonna have the heart to put R. Kelly on there. I wouldn't.
Man, the R. Kelly situation. You know how many situations going on like that right now?
Yeah, for sure. Like they singling him out. That's what Kanye and all that was talking about. Like, yo, how you feel about Kanye being from Chicago? Like,
I fuck with Kanye. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Why?
Cause he keep everything real. He don't sugarcoat none. He himself.
Right.
I feel like I just watched that interview with him Academic.
You watched it? You watched it?
Yeah,
I watched it too.
The Klan.
Yeah, when he had the Black Klan joint on, he was wilding.
And I fuck with Kanye because he himself.
You feel like what he's saying be true?
Yeah, I feel like Kanye from Chicago too, so he got the gangster in him. He himself. I don't think he gonna sugarcoat none.
Being from Chicago, old black, like how do y'all feel about Kanye? Because when Kanye remixed the Keith song, that's what, you know, another thing that turned y'all up to the whole next level. So like, how y'all feel about Kanye?
Real, I don't know how folks don't feel. I know how I feel. See me, I pay attention to shit like that. I fuck with him because he don't sugarcoat none.
Yeah, no, that's thorough. Shout out to Kanye, man, Chicago. All right, last John. Top 5 cities.
Cities?
Yeah, cities.
Chicago, New Orleans, Philly, St. Louis. Damn. I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with them folk because them the folk that really fuck with me. Well, you know, the New Orleans, Philly, St. Louis.
Yeah.
5, I got love for a lot of people in New York, I know. I love their culture because they getting that hustlers. But me, technically, I don't really like a lot of people in New York, like how they act. Like the girls, they too tough. The niggas, they just too dramatic. But I got love for a lot of niggas in New York though, cause they some real niggas. So they got some real niggas in New York. Like I don't really like a lot. I don't know.
Yo, being from like a gang city where y'all got like real gangs like GDs, BDs, stuff like that. Is it only just like, cause we don't got that in Philly, but like, is it only just in Chicago where y'all affiliated with that, or does it go like to other cities and all that too?
It go different. Oh, I like Houston too. I'm tripping. Houston, the business city, they got it going on. But it shit migrated a lot of places. It's a lot of places.
Like, so if you went to somewhere else, would you be cool with the people that's in your scene? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like the gangs. They migrated a lot of places. Houston, Alabama, Mississippi, New York.
Yeah.
Shit, it's a lot of places that's like, especially, I don't know, it's a lot of places that's like that the gang, but you gotta realize this too. All the gang leaders is from the South. Every person that created Bloods, Crips, BDs, GDs, they from shit, even the what y'all got, the Black Mafia, Philly. All them people from Mississippi, New Orleans, Alabama somewhere.
Yeah. Dang, I didn't even know that. Like, we don't got gangs, so I ain't do my research like that.
They all from down there, so that shit gone. Yeah, go back.
No, bro. Look, I really appreciate you, coming up here today. I mean, I feel like this been a great joint. Like I said, I'm really impressed, and I hope that more people are inspired by your mentality of leadership, your yearning for knowledge, the way that you go and you stand on your own too. I feel like if more people do that, and if we can engage our young people to do that, we can really usher in a new wave. And you being a person that already was a part of one movement, you know what it takes to start another. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you for coming up here today. You know what I'm saying? I mean, good job with the winners culture. I mean, I'm here with Prince Dre. It's just JJ. This has been another episode of the winners culture. Man, like, follow, subscribe at the winners culture. Dre, tell them where to find you.
One Prince Dre on Instagram, Prince Dre on YouTube, Prince O'Block Dre on Twitter. Shit, I don't really know.
We'll figure it out. Put it.
Oh, the book on Amazon. Then you want a signed copy? Go to my Surviving O'Block book page on Instagram. You get a signed copy from there. Like I said, it's at the Winners Culture on everything. Follow at Studio 524 Philly. We appreciate you for rocking with us. Shout out to our sponsors, Immortal Vision Studio and Right Price Plumbing, for always supporting the show. If you're interested in being a sponsor of the Winners Culture, just DM us. We always looking for more partners. Until the next time, holla at you.